Okay, I'm just making a short video to show the rust areas on my 1991 Saab 900. I have the engine, transmission, steering, and front suspension removed on both sides. I've got the car up on jack stands right now. I was just changing the transmission and I found all this rust, so I'm dealing with it. First off, at the back, on the rear here, you can see this area here. This is the frame rail. This is what usually rusts out. And then just behind that, this whole area, this has all been painted with Core 15 rust paint. But that huge hole, that was all rusted out. And this is where the axle comes through. And all up along here, there's a weld seam that was all just starting to rust, so I painted that. And this will give you a better view. This whole circle should be complete here, but it was rusted out, so I had to cut out what was rusted. And I'll give you a view under here. This, essentially this is all a big vertical box here. This, from here all the way down to here, it's just a kind of a box, and all along the corners there are these places where it comes together where it's welded, and that's where it seems to start to rust first. This has already been painted here, and you can see another point down there where it's all coming apart. Most of the rusty stuff's been removed, everything I could get out, and I have to paint that still. And I'll give you a view of the engine compartment side. This is the opposite side. You can see this corner in the back there where that hole was. This is where I'm sure a lot of moisture collects. This was all filled with crud, but it was also pretty wet, so I'm sure that's why it was rusting. The opposite side is a similar situation. And this is the passenger side. Also, another point of rust is this seam that runs right up here. That was beginning to rust on both sides, so I fixed that up. And you'll see down here, there's a hole. And those two bolts there, that's where the front part of the lower control arm bolts on. And this is also seems to be a place where there's a lot of rust. I'll go around that side. You can see over here, this is more surface rust, but you can see those two bolts. And then right here, that's where the control arm bolts on. And these rails here, you can tell how they would, collect water and that sort of stuff. So on this side, it's kind of an opposite situation. The other side that was rusted out there, but it's not at that point over here. But it's over here. It's rusted all the way forward. And like I was just showing you that hole, you can see it right here. There's really not much holding it on this side. It seems pretty sturdy, but this is probably going to require some attention at some point. And all of this, hopefully that, I don't know if that's structural, but it's probably pretty close. And all the way down here, this is the frame rail. See up there, some rust starting, who really knows how much rust is underneath that rust proofing. I think I'll save that for another day, but alright, I'll give you another view inside the box here. It just runs up and down. And they've already painted a lot of this stuff. So that's